part of the overall topic is that a lot of recruiters are just plain rude, just plain unprofessional. Tell me if you agree with that. I mean, I really get, whenever I put this out there, I get crickets. This has been my experiences from many years ago. Like when I was a candidate, when I was like going for job interviews and stuff like that. That was my experience. The vast majority of interviews I went on, it really seemed to be like the one thing you could count on was that the recruiters or the people in general that I was interfacing with, they were just rude. They did not know how to welcome somebody in. They didn't know how to make a good first impression. I got a very bad first impression of the vast majority of recruiters and things I talked to. I found that they were very officious. They lacked common courtesy, common social skills. And if a young engineer can go away thinking you lack social skills, that's saying something. It just boggled my mind why some of these people elect to do that kind of work where you're dealing with people all day long, work in like human resources where you're, in recruitment and selection, when you yourself can't talk to another person without giving the impression that you're a jerk. You know what I mean? You would think that even if you were a jerk, you'd be able to fake it for like somebody's first encounter with you, But no, I saw a lot of people. I always thought like, what the hell are you doing in this profession? Because you suck, You are so off-putting. You don't seem to care at all, like about trying to make anyone feel comfortable or, welcome in any way. You know what I mean? Is this how you treat everybody? I mean, it must be a real, delight to deal with you every day. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else has any similar experiences. That's what I encountered a lot. So that formed my impression of recruiters. And then later on in my career, I hired recruiters and then I ended up teaching recruiters in university. So it's like, now when I was hiring them and when I was teaching them, they're all, smiles and chuckles, very, very pleasant. I can't find fault with people, but my experiences as a candidate really formed my opinion about this. So I'm not sure if you guys have stuff that's similar. This poll that I showed earlier, that tends to suggest that a lot of people are having experiences similar to mine. Most people here are either confused or disappointed or depressed, pessimistic, or angry after they go to job interviews, Hiring has gotten weird in the last 20 years. It really has. The interesting thing about recruitment and selection just across the board is like a lot of traditional metrics that we use to measure the effectiveness of HR. They've really gone down quite a bit in the last 20 years. Obvious things are the employee turnover rate, like the average length of stay, like the average length that people would stay at a company, right? Most people who work here have been here, say 5 years, something like that. And that's gone down quite a bit. That's gone down to like 2 years, 1 year. It depends what industry and profession you're in, like what area you're in. But across the board, those stay rates have gone right down, and consequently, the turnover rates have gone way up. So, people are jumping around a lot more. People are not staying. And this is not a good thing. Like, companies don't like having to train people and always having them on the learning curve. They want people that have been in their job a while. They know their job inside out. They're very efficient at it. That's what they would like in a perfect world. You want to retain all those people and not have them leave, right? If you spend years training an employee, you don't want them to leave if they're a good employee. So I've heard all kinds of excuses trying to justify this. And I mean, I don't know. I'm not a professor in a university that studies this, but it really seems like a lot of what you hear is like justifications for this are just out to lunch. Like they're just excuses. They're trying to cover up reality by saying something nice, that seems logical, has a certain logic to it, but it just doesn't ring true. People are less happy in their jobs. People are not treated better. They're treated worse. There are less opportunities to be trained and to, be promoted and all this kind of stuff. Somebody was just talking about promoting internally. I'm not sure what the stats are on that, but, some people still hire internally for some things, and a lot of positions they still hire externally, like that you still see both.